So there's only one reason that real estate agents fail, and we're going to talk about that today. More importantly, why they fail, but exactly how you can fix that for yourself. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your real estate business. I want to talk about the massive number of agents that are getting well below average results. They're nowhere near a top producer. Many times they feel like they're in survival mode. It's always feast or famine. They have a tremendous month and they want to go huge with their business. And then they have a couple of bad months and they're thinking about getting out, may not even renew their license, their dues. We see this happen all the time. And, the fact is, the biggest reason for this is they don't have they may have an accurate belief. They don't have a positive belief about the marketing that they utilize in order to generate buyers and sellers. And here's what I mean by that. We learn through experience. So if you did postcards before and it didn't work, you think postcards doesn't work. If you tried buying leads before and that didn't work for you, you think that buying leads doesn't work. Now, in both cases, number one, what was on the postcard? If it was your picture and your logo and call me if you'd like to sell your, of course that doesn't work. You could send out 1,000,000 of them. You're going to get very little results. The leads. If you tried calling them on the phone, you took an internet lead and tried to call them on the phone, of course it didn't work. It had nothing to do with the leads. It had nothing to do with their motivation. It had to do nothing with that. It had to do with the approach you were using to get them converted. So if you don't have confidence in your marketing, that may actually be accurate. So if I said, send 5,000 postcards, you'd say, oh, I don't know. What if it doesn't work? That's because you don't have confidence in your marketing campaign. And it may be smart to feel that way because, of course, doing what you did, you will get what you got. But if we can change that offer, if we can change what you put out to the general public, if you can demonstrate to yourself that one of every 500 you send gets you a closing, that'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? You spend $300 and you get a closing. You have a license to print money. You need to find as many $300 bills as you can, because you want to do this over and over and over and over. Your sole purpose is, how can I spend $100,000 a month because I know this thing predictably brings me in money. But if your past, if your history shows you that when I invest in marketing, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, that means your marketing sucks. That means the offer's no good. I feel pretty confident that if Beyonce asked anybody that's not married, if she asked anybody out, or would you buy me a drink? I think they'd probably buy her a drink. Hell, even if they're not even interested in her from a dating perspective, they'd like to talk to her and learn from her a little bit. I don't think she's going to say the leads were no good. The offer was great. So people were interested in connecting with her and learning from her and talking to her. So I want you to think about, if you're just a licensed agent that does what all the other agents do, of course, no marketing that you put out there is going to generate business for you. It's just not. It's not going to work. Save your money, because you ain't going to get no more money. That's all you got. And it's just going to be a bleeding out, slow death. Very painful, slow bleeding out of whatever little bit of money you have. And then the credit card balances keep going up. And occasionally you have a friend or family member that buys a house, so you can kind of stay alive. You're staying floating. You're still doggy paddling, but you feel yourself going underwater every once in a while. You're taking on a little bit of water here. It's because your marketing sucks. It's the sole reason that that's the case. Now, if your offer is very good, if you can give them access to something they can't get elsewhere, please write that down. If you can get them access to things they can't get elsewhere, not from the internet, not from their brother who's a realtor, not from their coworker who sells real estate on the side. If you're a commodity realtor, you've already been replaced. But if you can get them access to something they can't get otherwise, on the seller side, we use a target marketing approach where we will acquire a marketing list so we can sell your home to the most opportune buyer. We can expose it to people that may not even actively be looking right now, but they've expressed some sort of interest in having some of the amenities that your home has to offer. If we can expose it to the most opportune buyers, it's going to sell at a premium that's far better than what most agents do, which is throw it on the MLS, maybe do some open houses. We'll use a target marketing approach. Let's go over to buyers, which every seller is also going to be buying a home, but let's go over to the buyer side. We'll get you access to unlisted pre-market homes before they ever hit the open market. I'm sure you understand that most of the properties are sold before they hit the open market. Professional home buyers aren't buying homes on the MLS. Most of the properties are selling before they hit the MLS. We can get you access to those. That includes pre-foreclosure deals where it's a distressed seller, not a distressed house. Is that something you'd be interested in? Dude, you got them. Put it on a postcard, put it on a sales letter, put it on a video, send it in a text. The offer is good. Can you spend some money now? Because if every time you spend $1,000, you get a $10,000 closing. If you can convince yourself of that, you don't need to convince me. You don't need to convince anybody but yourself and probably your spouse. Every time, look at this, look at the stats. Every time I spend $1,125, I get 10 grand. Well, what do you want to do? Stop? Say I don't have it? Oh, things are a little time. I'm glad I got that 10 grand, but that $8,800 profit, I had to use it to pay all my bills. So I don't have money to do that again. Or you can go sell your shit. You have something that you can get $1,125 because every time you do that, you end up with a closing. That's called scalability. That's the very definition of scaling. Find out your cost per sale and then scale that. Can I get the same results if I do it twice in a month? Can I get the same results if I do it 4 times in a month? Can I get the same results if I do it 8 times in a month? That's how you build your business. The way you don't build your business is keep researching shit, keep checking things out, keep looking at everything and watching webinars and downloading stuff and looking for testimonials and checking them out on a rip-off report or some kind of shit, and then doing nothing because you don't have the money and can't afford it. It all comes down to you don't believe in your own offer. Why would they buy your shit if you don't believe in it yourself? Why would they utilize you if you don't think you're a superior option? You're not allowed to use terms like, I really care about your business. Customer service is important to me. I'm always available for you when you call. I'm a really good negotiator. I'll represent you. You can't use any of that stuff because that's what everybody uses. So why should I use you? You're not allowed to say, I grew up here, so I know the area like the back of my hand. I have great connections in the air. You're not allowed to use what every single real. How did I know you were going to say that? Because every realtor says that. So that does not make you unique. You might as well add in there that you have a real estate license because all agents have the same thing you have. Why should I use you in lieu of all other options? If you don't have a great answer to that you are sold on and they are sold on, you're never going to push yourself the right way. You're never going to market yourself the right way. And you're never going to have a better sales pitch to get them to move forward. You're going to say, I don't want to seem too pushy. If you have the greatest thing in the world for them, they want you to be pushy. If I had a pill, and let's say you had a deadly disease, if I had a pill that would fix that disease and you're my best friend, I'll try to convince you to take it. I'll try to show you research that this pill will help you. I'll then get mad at you. I'll then get all your family members against you that you need to take this pill because I'm trying to save your life. But if I have to, I'll lay you down on the ground and shove it down your throat with a broomstick handle because I care about you and I am that convinced that this damn pill is going to help you. Am I giving you a high pressure sales pitch? No, I'm doing what's in your best interest. I'll start easy, but you're going to learn that this is what you're going to do so that you don't die. Well, the same is true if you have a great offer that's superior to anything else they can get. Can we agree that buying and selling a home is the biggest thing most people will ever go through? So let's try and help them as best we can. If you have an offer, if you have a service, if you have a performance guarantee of some sort that you can do a better job for them than anyone else, you kind of owe it to them to let them know it exists and to be convincing and getting them to come to the conclusion that this is what's in their best interest. The only reason you can fail is if you don't believe in your own marketing. Of course, you're not going to spend money on marketing because it's spending it, not investing it. It's a scratch-off ticket. Every great once in a while I win, but most times I don't. If that's how you feel about your marketing, you've already failed. We have to fix that first. You don't need a better designed postcard. You don't need something that's real creative. You damn sure don't need something that's in your email today. Whatever's in your email, start unsubscribing from all that shit because we already know the problem is you don't believe in yourself anyway. You don't believe in your offer. And that may be an accurate assessment because the offer may suck. The only thing we know is that history shows you whether it's good or whether it sucks. But I want you to think about this. So many agents say, man, if I just had some money, it takes money to make money. If I just had like 5 grand, I could really promote myself big and I could really make a lot of money. Okay, I'll give you 5 grand. I want a referral fee or something, but I'll give you the 5 grand you need. Here's your funding. Greg Luther will give you the funding. But I got a question for you. Why didn't it work with the last 5 grand you spent? Maybe this is not a good investment of my money, because the last time you spent 5 grand and the time before that and the time for every time you get money, you spend money and it doesn't turn into more money. You have a gambling problem in your business. You're gambling with your marketing. You're gambling with your branding or getting well known or all the crap that people use out there. So maybe that's not a good investment for my money. Maybe it's not a good investment for your money. But if we can repackage what it is that you do, if we can repackage the marketing you have out there, I think you're going to do really well. You don't even need that much money, but you got to have a good offer. What I teach, like people think I teach real estate. No, I'm teaching marketing. If you look at the video description below this video here, when you look at all those links there, everything you see is about marketing. It's not about how to be a better realtor. Not enough people know who you are. You're fighting with obscurity, not competition. The competition's not beating you because you're not even getting out to the appointment. You're getting beat by obscurity. Nobody knows who you are. The only money you make is from the people that know who you are, your sphere of influence. That's where you're getting all your money. You have to fix that side first. So what I teach is how you make that happen. You know, one thing I would encourage you to do, probably above this video somewhere, you'll see a link that says video. Well, you got to go to my page. Make sure you're on my page. But then click on videos. You will see morning meetings every single day. Start binging on this stuff. Take lots of notes and figure out your game plan for fixing your offer. That's how you start making more money for yourself. That's how you start to grow. But I can tell you right now, you're wasting your time with all the shit you're consuming every day. If you don't believe your offer, I got to fix my offer. If I go to the singles bar, I don't think those still exist, but if I go to the singles bar and there's 150 women in there, and let me tell you what they had to do to get ready. They spent an hour and like, these are freaking motivated women. They had spent an hour and a half getting ready, putting their face on. How does this look? Let me look in the mirror. I got to change this. This doesn't look right. They spent an hour and a half doing this shit to attract someone of the opposite sex. If I talk to all 150 and nobody wants to talk to me, it ain't got nothing to do with the leads are no good. Your offer sucks. Maybe your breath stinks. Maybe you shouldn't have had holes in your shoes. Maybe you should have tried a little harder. Your offer is no good to motivated prospects. You're getting people that fill out their information on the internet saying, I want more information about buying a house. They're literally running searches about buying a house. They're not running searches about buying a car. They're not running searches about buying vacant land. They're not running searches about buying a Louis Vuitton bag. They're running searches about buying a house, and you say they're not motivated. I think the offer sucks. I think you walked out of that singles bar empty-armed, nobody on your arm. All those women are not serious. They're not serious at all. I talked to 150. I tried my best. I gave the best pitch I could. Well, maybe your offer sucks. Maybe you're pitching the wrong offer. I think that might be what it is. The same is true with the law of attraction when it comes to real estate sales. You have to fix your offer, then believe in your offer for you to have the confidence you need to really go big in marketing. I'm constantly yelling. I almost said constantly yelling at my team. The one thing I'm so mad about, I can't figure out how to spend an extra $100,000 a month in advertising. You got to figure this. It drives me crazy. I yell at them because I want to spend more and they can't get it scaled higher than where it is. This is our current customer acquisition cost. Every time we go a little higher, our acquisition cost goes higher. We're at a glass ceiling that we're getting ready to break through again because we broke through it when I started at $5 a day to then get to over $100,000 a month. $5 a day is $150. We spend $150 a month. We got to $300 a month. We got to $1,000 a month. We got to $5,000 a month. We're over $100,000 now, and I'm trying to get another $100,000. We're at a glass ceiling again, just like we were before. Now you might think, Greg, that's easy for you to say. You've got the $100,000. I started at $5 a day. I know you got $5. I know you got $5. But you have to first have a great offer that you believe in so you feel confident. When I send this out, the money's rolling in. I'm going to have my deposit slips ready. That's where you have to be with your business. If you're subscribed to this channel, you're binge watching the videos button at the top. If you're binge watching all of these videos and you're actually implementing, if you're an Inner Circle coaching member with us, where I'm giving you so much access to all these other things, if you're involved with us for our free training we're doing all through the month of October, we're doing 3 days. You can go to gregsfreetraining.com. First time I've ever done a whole bunch of trainings and never offered anything. There will be no pitch, nothing for sale. I'm just here to help you. Many of you know the story behind why I'm doing that. I just had a tremendous milestone in my life. I want to give back to everybody else. October 4th, October 10th, October 18th. Go to gregsfreetraining.com. It's a full-blown training, no offer whatsoever. There's no pitch, nothing to buy. I want to help you in growing your business. So check it out right now. Make sure you're following the channel and ring the bell, turn on notifications so you can get our morning meetings as well as bonus content I'm going to be putting on here consistently now. We've got a lot coming for you. I'm Greg Luther. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.